So, we're 1 week removed from Midsummer Scream, and not a whole lot has been added to all the speculation since all the announcements they made last Saturday. However, we are managing to kind of pull a few things together and sort of start to make sense of this 50-year event. In the next couple weeks, we'll see what we can find, just kind of leading up to August 24th when they may have their announcement event. We'll just do some quick housekeeping first. I didn't do this before when they actually posted it on the website, but Knott's did implement their bag policy again for Scary Farm. Last year it was a super strict policy. It was really hard to get anything in there if you were carrying any kind of bag. Obviously, there's no backpacks allowed, but they are still doing if you have a clear bag, you obviously are allowed a little bit more room. The clear bag dimensions are 12 inches by 12 inches by 6 inches. If you have a non-clear bag, like a little clutch or a little, mini purse or something like that, those are a little bit, you get much less room to work with. It's 5 inches by 8 inches by 2 inches. So pack light if you're going to come to Scary Farm this year. So Knott's had tickets on sale for their announcement event this Monday.
Greetings and salutations from Knott's Scary Farm, where we're celebrating 50 years of never-ending nightmares. And not with a slice of cake, no! With 10 frightening mazes, 5 sinister scare zones, 4 hair-raising shows, plus so much more that we're dying to tell you about. Why don't you join us for a kickoff announcement event celebration, my little creepies, on Thursday, August 24th at 7 p.m. to learn all about what is waiting for you here in the fog at Knott's Scary Farm. Purchase your tickets starting on Monday, July 31st at 10 a.m. Have you reserved your nightmares yet? Nightly event tickets and packages are available now at NottScaryFarm.com.
And it sold out in about 20 minutes. $20 for 3 hours, August 24th from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. And you get a lot of bang for your buck with that. This is going to be a very big kind of going all out announcement event. They're going to have I'm going to start here by saying I've never been to an announcement event before. This is going to be my first year, so I'm new to all this stuff. So if you've been before, let me know if any of this was done in any of the years past. They're having it outside in the Calico Mine Stage this year, and they're opening up Ghost Town Alive with the fog and the monsters. They've got a panel somewhere there in the general vicinity, I'm assuming, where you can meet the creators and some of the designers and stuff for Scary Farm. You can kind of discuss how they got their ideas and how they came up with some of their designs and things like that. In the Birdcage Theater, they're having a kind of a historical ode to Knott's 50 years presentation. You can go there. Of course, the big announcement event, they're opening up Pony Express and Ghost Rider for you if you want to take a couple rides on those. And in the town hall, they're going to be doing a wardrobe display of a lot of different wardrobes from past and present monsters that they've used. And I'm assuming they'll have wardrobe designers and stuff there to discuss kind of how they got their ideas and stuff too. So you get a lot. You definitely get your money's worth. And you also get to be one of the first people to walk through the Legacy Store experience. I'm assuming it's going to be the entrance that they're doing in the back. And I'll get more on that later on. But you get to be one of the first people to experience that, and I'm assuming buy some of that merchandise. While we're on the topic of merchandise, those lanterns will probably be on sale. Those lanterns that are Scary Farm's version of the magic wands in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios. They're going to interact with a lot of different areas around the park. I hope you're not afraid of spiders. It looks like they're going to implement a lot of spider activity throughout Ghost Town, at least. And if you are afraid of spiders, that's even better. You can help get over your fears. I myself have a bit of arachnophobia, but like to have fun giving myself the chills. So, join me. Also, since we're on the topic of the Emporium Legacy Store, That store has been tarped up on all those windows. They're not going to let you see anything until the day of. They've moved most of their product over to Virginia's. They managed to find room over there so that they didn't lose all that product completely. Now, they mentioned at the panel that you can go to the Legacy store during park hours during the day from the marketplace. But when Scary Farm opens, during the hours of operation, Scary Farm, you can only enter through the back area from inside the park. So you have to have a ticket if you want to experience that whole entryway and exit from inside the park. You're not allowed to go in and out. They never said how you get out of the store. And I'm assuming that that line is going to be when you go to the line of Waxworks and you make a left. You go under Ghost Rider, you make that left. I'm assuming it's going to be that whole region over there. So, Knott's announced 10 mazes, 5 scare zones, 4 shows. Let's try to run down all of those. We have the returning mazes that we already know about all of those, right? We'll start in the far corner there. It goes Mesmer, and then we have Origins, Dark Entities, Bloodline, The Depths, Waxworks. I skipped Grimoire. But Grimoire's there too. That leaves whatever was in Pumpkin Eater, in the ballroom, and the arcade that we know of now. So as far as the scare zones, there is going to be the Goring 20s, the Ghost Town monsters, obviously. Carnival is going to be back there. And whatever they put in Camp Snoopy, still hoping for a Samhain theme, pagan Halloween tribute kind of theme. We'll see. It looks like it's leaning towards either vampires or spiders at this point. The panel at Midsummer Scream was heavily influenced by gargoyles and vampires. So, and the week leading up to Midsummer Scream was like their retrospective on the vampires that they had done at that park in the past. So could very well be vampires. Not opposed to that. And whatever's in Forsaken Lake, word on the street was Forsaken Lake was not coming back. I was still hoping that they do something in Fiesta Village. And whatever they do in Fiesta Village will hopefully bleed into that little area. So that's the 5 scare zones, 4 shows. Obviously, they're going to be using Walter Knott's Theater, the Calico Mine Stage, and the Birdcage Theater. They've used all those in the past. Now, last year they claimed to have 4 shows as well, but one of the shows they said was the art display that they had inside the factory store underneath Fairy Tales, which they count as a show. Sure, it was more of an art display. You can kind of go in and out of there and look. It just had some stuff kind of hanging on the back wall. But there's a rumor. It's not a thick rumor. We'll find out on the 24th again. But there's a rumor that they may be bringing the hanging back to the Wagon Theater up in the front. They didn't use that theater for anything last year or the year before. I don't think. Well, yeah, the last 2 years, I don't think they used the theater up in front. So it would be nice to see if they utilize that this year, maybe for the hanging, and if not for the hanging, for something else. So if they bring the hanging back to that theater, that's cool. They can bring the circus back to the Calico Mine stage, and then whatever the heck you want in the Walter Knott Theater. Looking inside the where the Pumpkin Eater maze was, those walls are all the way up. So my views are completely obscured. I don't know what that is on the hay, dirt or topsoil or something, but that hay hasn't moved since they brought it in. I'm assuming that it's going to be used for something in there, but now they've got this other bag sitting on top of it for God knows what. I have no idea. I'm sure somebody knows, and if you want to let me know, please do. I'm a dum-dum, so any good knowledge out there is much appreciated. It looks like they're ready to put whatever they're going to put on the inside. So we'll just have to wait and see what that's going to be in a couple weeks. I'll still get what I can, just get the progress of it, just to see where it is, because it looks like the maze is pretty much done, and it looks like they're on schedule. So that's good news. Inside the Boardwalk Ballroom, looking through the crack of that door, that wall has not changed at all since I started looking through there. I couldn't go up in the Sky Tower today because it was down. So I just tried to look through the walls on the other side of hang time, hoping maybe they are working on an entrance on that side, like they had when they had the Carnivorous Clowns maze when you walk through. I did notice, I don't know if those have always been there. They probably have. Again, this is probably just like Accelerator all over again, or something is just big and right in my face and I don't notice it. So when I start to look around for stuff, it just, it all seems new to me. That could be something. I don't know if they're going to utilize the outside of that area too much. And that's the building next to the Boardwalk Ballroom. So that's probably backstage area or employee area for Panda Express there. Inside the arcade, there's nothing around there. The brick is fully done for whatever's in that exit there. Knott's has been doing a pretty good job at keeping things a secret this year, and they're doing an even better job at just slowly leaking little tidbits here and there. I'm keeping my eyes open. I also am trying to be on the lookout throughout Ghost Town to see if I can figure out where some of those points of interaction are going to be with the lantern. I'm sure those will start coming up probably toward the end of the month, when Summer Nights is concluded and they can kind of start making way for the Halloween season. Until then, I'm going to keep my ears peeled, my eyes open. I'll feed you the breadcrumbs as I get them, slowly but surely. Knott's will be releasing more and more things. And until we see you in the fog, we'll catch you again next week.